What's going on, guys? In today's video we're going to be talking about, is solo leveling worth the hype? Alright, now let's get into it. Been a lot of hype behind solo leveling so far. There's been lots of major anime YouTubers and major, personalities that are talking about solo leveling.
Back on it and start reading it again, because that's just what I do. Solo leveling's chapters are relatively simple, but they're very fun and amazing.
Oh, this looks smooth. My name is Sun Jin Woo. Okay, Sun Jin Woo.
It's probably one of the most popular manhwa / light novels that are out right now. I just kind of wanted to go over, is solo leveling worth the hype? So solo leveling is based around Sung Jin Woo. Sung Jin Woo is the main protagonist, and in this world they're hunters. They go around and they go in these gates, and the gates are ranked from, I think it's D to all the way to S rank. D, C, B, A, and then you also have S. In these ranks, Sung Jin Woo was the worst hunter. The D ranks, the hunters are also organized by D, C, B, A, S. They're also organized with a dungeon, kind of. He was the worst one, and then he threw a dungeon that was a low-level dungeon that turned into a surprise dungeon. Got the ability to start leveling up. Without trying to get into too much, let's talk about the aspects of why solo leveling is gaining this much traction, why it's starting to become a very, very popular light novel and manga. Solo leveling is a manhwa, so it's a Korean type of manga novel. It's very descriptive, and there's lots of terms for it. But the one that I'm reading right now is the webtoon, and it's currently on a hiatus for the next season. It's coming out in seasons. I think it went up to 110. I think was the last chapter. But now they're kind of taking a little bit of a break because of Corona and everything. And they just wanted to, take a break and get themselves together, come out with a new season of chapters. Yeah, so let's get into the hype. So there's been a lot of people talking about how solo leveling is such a good read, such a good manhwa. It's probably, people are rating it one of the best manhwas in ever existed. So it's getting a lot of attention. When you think about the story, it doesn't really live up to that hype. And for me, I kind of want to get a little critical here. I don't think solo leveling kind of lives up to that hype. I enjoy it, I love it, but there's not that much difference or uniqueness in solo leveling from other manga / anime. Solo leveling, basically in a nutshell, is a protagonist who doesn't have power, and then he becomes overpowered. There's power scaling, and then he just keeps on power scaling with each and every foe. Well, I wouldn't say power scaling with each and every foe. Sung Jin Woo, hey man, that guy's OP. But I'm saying that he gets stronger each and every time. When you think about it, what's really the difference between Naruto, Dragon Ball? They keep on, surmounting their past capabilities and keep on getting new power-ups, new things through training or whatever devices that the author tries to give them. So when you look at solo leveling, there's no really separation. It's kind of the same thing. The plot is kind of the same thing as well. But there's just something about solo leveling that makes it lovable, I guess. It's something about Sung Jin Woo. There's something about the characters. There's something about the art that just kind of draws you in. I love the art. The art is probably one of the best I've ever seen, light novels or manga. But that's not too much. I haven't read that many. I've probably only read 5 or 6 manga and manhwa. I'm not the best expert about it, but I will be up there in books in the near future. But right now I'm still novice level. The art is very unique, and it shows a lot of the action and detail to characters. People are very have their own style. They have their own very unique abilities. But when you compare it to all the other shonen type of anime / manga, it seems very similar. I would say solo leveling isn't up to the hype. Still a good light novel. It's still a good read. It's still a lovable story, but it's not reinventing the wheel. It's not something let me try to get a good one. It's not something like Death Note. It's not something like One Piece. It doesn't change the game basically. It doesn't like start a whole new genre. It's basically the same of the same old. They have the little twist to it. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, people are hyping it up. And if you're one of the people that want to get into solo leveling, you may be disappointed, because if you read a lot of the shonen or like, you know, Black Clover, My Hero Academia, it's very similar to these things, but I guess the plot is a little bit more, you know, thought out, and there's a lot going on in the world, and just the protagonist is OP. Who doesn't like a OP protagonist? Like, come on. Straight up summary, Solo Leveling is a lovable manhwa / night novel. It's basically the same of the same old. There's nothing wrong with that, but if you're trying to get into it and you just don't like it, there's nothing wrong with you, alright? Yeah, go ahead, you know, critique it. There's nothing wrong with not liking Solo Leveling. It's just a lot of people are liking it and loving it, so it kind of gets thrown into the face of everybody else. People are just like, I don't understand the hype, like what's going on? So yeah, that's what I think about Solo Leveling. And go ahead and leave it in the comments below what you guys think about it. Do you guys think it's this, you know, a typical shonen manga / manhwa, or do you guys think it brings more unique features to the table? Tap the like button if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Go.